Michael Alisa showing up in a suit and a tie. I know you like us, but you don't need to wear a suit and tie on the set, my friend.
Nah, 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 nah. hey, hey.
Okay, you just okay.
I was just thinking, remember the Titans because they're in their suits. That just busts into my mind for some reason. But no,
that's the swag, man.
I do this
swag.
to be in the right mindset. It's a business trip going to Miami.
This is okay.
Business trip.
You're sending a message, right?
You don't got to lie, Mike. You knew you were going to be on TV, on radio, and so you want to look good for your fans.
Okay, that might have been some of it.
You got your girl watching. You're like, hey, check this, baby, check this one out on this date. This one's going to be special.
Make sure you watch this one.
This one is special right here.
Rocking the BYU tie as well. That's nice.
Yeah,
hold that
course.
tie up. Hold that. Yeah, with the Y, stretch Y logo at the bottom.
Got to represent my school.
That's right.
Is that like a team-specific tie?
Yeah, this is the one we wear to games.
Okay.
Is that custom to you guys? Can we get a hold of one of those?
You know what? I'll talk to Mick.
Yeah, how do I
strings.
get one of those ties? I wear a suit all the time. I've got to have one of those.
I know some guys.
I would like to have a slim fit version. If you have a slim fit version, I would love to have one of those.
You're the style. I'm trying to keep up with you. I put you up there with like a Lemma Harrington, just the stylish guys.
I appreciate that. Yeah, if you can, this is one tip you can take back. Slim fit. If you get the slim fit tie, make it a little bit thinner. And then we'd be good to go.
The BYU skinny tie.
BYU skinny.
That needs to happen.
That'll be my next. That'll be my Christmas gift to myself.
That's right, man. We can create that. We can create. Don't try to steal my thing, man. I want 5% if you try to get some money off it. I'm 5%.
We'll go to the Shark Tank with it. Michael Alisa with us on BYU Sports Nation, senior linebacker. Now BYU approaches the Miami Beach Bowl. You know your opponent, the Memphis Tigers. In my opinion, the best team in the American Athletic Conference. They're probably the best team in America that you've never heard of, just because they don't bring a brand name of sorts, but they're 9-3. They've won 6 in a row. What do you think about the matchup with Memphis?
I like that, the best unknown team. I've been watching film on them. I watched the Ole Miss game and also watched the their game against Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And both games, I was so impressed with their play. They didn't win the Ole Miss game, but they took it down to the fourth quarter to the wire until Ole Miss ran away in the last couple minutes. But still, that was Ole Miss when they were ranked number 10 in the nation.
In Oxford.
At Ole Miss's house, yeah. And here was Memphis, little Memphis, that no one knows about, holding their own against a great team.
So BYU facing the Tigers now. I know you've only had a few days to review the film and whatnot, but what do they do that's going to be so hard for BYU's defense to go up against?
They have really good receivers and a good quarterback. I think they just have a connection, and their receivers go up and make some pretty impressive catches. I feel like defense just really has to buckle down this game if we want to have a good shot, because their defense is really good too. So we need to keep our team in the game by having a good defense.
Okay, so that's the difference, because California presented BYU this year with what I believe was the stiffest challenge that you will face. They have NFL receivers. Their quarterback is a stud. Memphis has good players too. I don't think they're quite the caliber of California's offense, but they're good. So do you feel like because of what you did against California, like we can beat anybody that we face in this game?
It gives me a little more confidence, but I do look at Memphis and I see some ballers. They got some guys on their team that really know how to make big plays, And when you have those guys, anything's possible.
Do you guys have to go in with the same strategy? And I don't know it 100%. I'm getting a little bit rusty on my X's and O's. But it looked like you guys just went back to a base defense where bend don't break type of thing, where the DBs, weren't really playing too aggressive and kind of keep everything in front of you and rally up and make the tackle. Do you see that same strategy being successful with these guys, or do you have to mix it up a little bit?
I think so. So against Cal, we did a lot of base defense, like you said, and then in long situations, we go nickel, and we try to utilize. One thing we did against Cal that we didn't do against other teams as much is that we utilize the outside linebackers in the pass protection a lot more.
Yeah, help out the DBs, man. We talked about that a lot, this year. That a lot of fans were like, "Why do the DBs play so far off?" It's because you have some extra help with the linebackers, and so it's good to hear that you guys have used that. But it also, if you can play a little bit more man, which I think these guys are man corners, that frees up opportunities for you guys outside linebackers to blitz more.
Oh, yeah.
Right? How do you feel about that, man? I got to cover your behind because you can't cover it. What the heck? No. I want to blitz, man. I want to blitz.
Well, and that's a hard job. I've never had to cover man as much as you guys did, and that's tough. And the few times I did do it, I was like, oh my goodness, please don't mess up. And you're just, you're shuffling your feet and just shaking in your boots, just trying to keep up with this guy because it's all reaction based.
It is.
That's the toughest job in the whole field is what a corner does, being man.
Yeah, it's actually one of the toughest jobs, positions to play in all of sports.
I agree. I'd agree with that.
Because of what you said, though, it's reaction. The receiver knows where he's going. You don't know what is going on. You just have to react. You have to be fast and quick. So
it has to be the most scrutinized and probably most underappreciated position in football.
Yeah, I definitely think
you're
so.
You're the GOAT or you're the hero, and when you're the hero, it's like, yeah, nice play.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, good job, we got off the field, nice pass breakup. But
you either do your job or you're the worst guy.
Or you're an idiot.
You lost the game, man. Like, you single-handedly lost the game. Like, I don't care what the quarterback didn't complete that pass, but you lost the game.
It takes swag to want to play that position.
You got to have swag.
Exactly.
Man.
So, our corners are going to need to come up big, though, this game because they do have good receivers. And I would like to blitz more, but the outside linebackers are probably going to be needed in the pass game.
You mentioned to us last week that you would have liked to play a name team like Cincinnati. Memphis beat Cincinnati 41-14.
Yeah.
It wasn't close. So knowing what you know about that team and now this matchup, how does BYU go and win this game? What's the game plan for the Cougars?
After watching film on Memphis, there's no doubt in my mind this is the team that I wanted to play. Because I said, Cincinnati is the name brand team. But
this is the best team.
But above that, I said I want to play the best team, and that's Memphis for sure. So going against them, I think this provides a great challenge for us and a great opportunity for us to show the nation that, hey, we're a great team.
See, this is why I was, as a fan and an analyst, why I was disappointed with Memphis. Hearing what they've done, I begin to scratch the surface on watching them. But hearing some of the things, yes, by far they are the best team. But if you guys go and get a win, I just don't think from a national standpoint that people are going to be impressed. Not because of the quality opponent of Memphis, but because of the lack of brand, And so, you obviously as a senior, you're like, I want to go out on top. I want to beat the best. But for the program to take that next step nationally, I don't know.
Well, that's why we're educating people, right, Michael?
Yeah. And maybe it's our job to do that, to make sure people recognize that Memphis is good.
They're a good football team.
I think when the nation realizes that, and this is the same team that had a close game against Ole Miss, did really well against UConn, beat all these really good teams, and only lost, 2 games this year?
They lost three games. They still almost beat Houston, and they had 5 turnovers.
All close losses, yeah. 5 turnovers and almost beat them. So
yeah. That should never ever happen. You should no way get 5 turnovers and still almost win
in a game.
You should get dominated.
Yeah, but that says that you're a great team.
Yeah.
If you can have 5 turnovers and still be in a game, you're a great team.
It's always been stop the run. If we stop the run, we'll put ourselves in position to win the game. Does it change for any reason against Memphis, Michael, with the BYU defense?
They do have a good running game. I would say I hope that we can be a little more cautious about the deep ball. I think Cal exposed us on that, and I think that falls to the linebackers as well. Is we need to give the corners good underneath support and allow the corners to just stay on top of their man.
Yeah.
So they don't have to come running up when there's a double move. I'm sure that's frustrating when you have to worry about that, but I think it falls on outside linebackers again.
It definitely does help, man, and I appreciated that with some of my linebackers, like Jordan Pillin, and even safety help, with playing with Andrew Rich, where they would look, and if in a game I was struggling, they would look and say, hey, I'm going to take an extra second, to get over there to help you. So play a little bit off because you're not going to get no help right now. So to give me that extra help, that feels that it's good. And I think that's what I think the difference has been. What you said right there, the difference has been these last 4 games. There's a lot more chemistry and unity on the defensive side, and especially in the secondary. But I think you guys all play a role on with each other. And so if you guys can help out the secondary, with some of the more shorter routes, they can be a little bit more loose and not have to drive on those shorter routes and not get beat.
No pressure, Michael. No pressure, dude.
I love those on-field communications, just like, hey, man, make sure you get underneath my guy, please. And I think the corners are most comfortable with Alani in terms of outside backers helping them out in the coverage. But I'm trying to get there. I can tell that there's still a little lack of trust with some of the younger linebackers, but if we could all follow Alani's example, a senior linebacker has a ton of experience, great player. I think we'll be okay.
It is tough, man. You got to find that line because I remember playing with Jordan Pendleton. I did not bite on anything at all. Like, oh no, he's quick enough.
He has everything covered down there. I'll stay over the top. I'll stay deep.
He's quick enough, fast enough, strong enough, big enough to help on the run support and still take all my under stuff so I can be a little bit more loose. When other guys got in, I'd be like, hey, bro, like, why are you like on the line of scrimmage? Like, you got my look at all this space.
Get out here as fast as you can. I need the help. Yeah, so this game is gonna be one last chance to show that we're maturing as a defense, that we got each other's backs, and that we can communicate well, and one last chance to come together, and to have that bond.
That's the key right there, man. Communication.
Yeah. Bowl game preparation underway right now. So what's happening with the team in practice, and what are the travel? I guess what's the travel setup like as you head down to Miami?
Our first practice is tomorrow. They've given us a lot of time to catch up with grades and study for finals, but practice tomorrow, and then Friday, and then Saturday, and Monday, Tuesday practice as well, and we leave Wednesday for Miami.
So did you guys do anything? I mean, obviously you didn't just sit at home and pick your nose, but as far as weights,
what is it with you and picking noses?
That's what you do when you're bored.
Oh my goodness!
I just use it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to expose you.
Every now and then, yeah.
I didn't expose you right now. As long as you get a tissue, don't put it on the wall. Anywho,
we all pick and flick.
Right, exactly. I just remember when I was playing, we went through a very hard time during our break. It was like winter conditioning all over again. Are you guys doing that, or are you guys actually getting a break?
No, winter conditioning. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of running, a lot of lifting, but also a lot of time in the training room. They keep it open all day, so guys can get treated and get healthy for the bowl game.
Good.
Michael Alisa with us says they prepare to go to the Miami Beach Bowl, BYU, and Memphis. Any activity you're looking forward to most besides the game?
Gifts.
My family will be out there. I have a brother that hasn't been to a game in years.
Wow.
Because he's been living out in Hawaii. So he's flying all the way out from Hawaii to Miami. Watch me play. So I got to do well for him. Got to represent the fam. And I'm just excited to enjoy the environment over there.
And you will be joining us on set from the hotel, correct?
I would love to. Yeah, let's do it.
Done.
Okay. Sweet.
We're booking you as a guest, man.
How about the GoPro, man? I talked to Alani. I'm sorry, I got to bring it up. I talked to Alani. And Scott Arlano the other day, and they heard that it was final. I don't know. I'm just wondering. I heard they were working on it. Have
Brian
you heard
just wants
anything?
Free stuff.
I'm just trying to get it from someone. Scott, maybe Mike, Alani, Rob Daniel.
Yeah. Keep being nice. You might get a present. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. No, I don't know what the gifts are going to be, but that'd be awwhome.
Okay, let's do a deal, man. I'm going to select you as my wife.
Nice.
Give you some pub.
Okay.
Spotlight you, and then I get a GoPro.
Okay, let's deliver Michael Alisa, the BYU Sports Nation karma, as you head off to Miami. Okay. The reception of the BYU Sports Nation karma. And we will see you.
See, he has it, man. We got a lock. We got a lock. See, he doesn't understand that. He doesn't understand the physical touch.
Yeah,
he doesn't understand.
It's
power, right?
Yeah.
It's power.
It's the same thing when you're in the locker room when you pray. Everyone touches.
Right.
Just like.
See, okay.
Contact.
They made me feel insecure about the touch and everything. I'm good now.
Yeah.
I just said they. I didn't say specifics. Okay. I just said they made me feel insecure.
Some call it bromance, but either way, however you view it.
Fair enough.
See,
builds you up.
Thank you.
Michael, we'll see you in Miami.